Input device. Really, motherfucker? Okay. Hello, everybody. And, okay, yeah, I'm coming in. Welcome to Citrus Quest. Oh my god, I have been gone for so unbelievably goddamn long. I apologize dearly for that, but I have returned. If you are a member of the Citrus Quest Twitter DMs at any point in time now, sorry, I keep forgetting to do shit. And that is my own fault. But if you are a member of the Citrus Quest DMs, right now you could absolutely check into there, and the Hangout link to this stream is in there right now. I'm sorry, I'm just. Hello. Okay. God damn it. Trying to like keeping the levels level, everything like that has been a pain in the ass. I'm working from a completely different computer, and I'm currently not inside. I'm sitting outside. You know what? I'm just gonna make this easier for you guys, so you can see the pain that I'm currently fucking dealing with. Let me just switch it over to the. Oh my god, that is terrible. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, the blinding light of the sun is completely making it to where I can't see a goddamn thing. But the further I get away from the router, since I'm using a new company, the more likely I'm going to completely drop and the stream's going to die. So, I'm kind of left with only a very few options, and most of them are not fucking ideal. Anyway, I'm back. It took me forever. I know. It's been a pain in the ass. Nobody wants to look at my fucking shitty face. But we are here. We're back. Forgot what I was fucking doing. Oh yeah. If you want to join the show, please feel free to go into the Citrus Quest DMs if you are in there, and use your access to that to get into the stream at any time. I am now going to start. Sorry. In just a second, I'm going to. Please don't close my current window to open that one. I'm working with a new laptop. Everything's a huge pain in the ass. I'm not used to it yet, so yeah, it's gonna be a little scratchy here, a little hard to deal with, but hopefully something gets working. I'll be back at the main computer eventually. I'm just trying to get this figured out. Why are there fucking 8 billion goddamn things on this laptop? I swear to God, I hate it. I hate it with a fucking passion. Anyway, Tetris Quest. It's been forever. I don't know how you guys have been. I don't know what's going on. I am gonna real quick check my audio, see if it's coming through. Passion. Anyway, Tetris Quest. Okay, yeah, I seem to be coming through okay. Not great. I've got a hi Ichabod from Jacob Devow. Nice to see you again, Jacob. Trying to figure out the fuck everybody is. Normally, I post it. I mean, it's been a while. I guess it has most definitely been a while since I've been live. So yeah, kind of understandable that there isn't a whole lot of people around. But I am gonna sit here and check on notifications, shit like that. I'm kind of at a loss right now, but I guess I'll just do this like an announcement. I'm going to try and get some people together. We're going to do ourselves a stream tonight. I'm going to try and be a little more... Oh, that fucking Red's here. Awesome. I have somebody to talk to aside from myself.
What is up, Trash?
Oh, thank God you saved my ass. I've been sitting here rambling for 5 minutes. And now we've got Miss Steam, my lovely co-host.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, my God. Yes, I have returned. Oh, my God. I have to point out this Safe Pagan guy is still trying.
What?
Still trying. Oh, Miss Steam knows what I'm talking about. It's just...
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
So, how have you guys been? It has been for fucking ever.
I've been alright. I decided to try and add some morning walks to my constitutional on my days off, and I walked down to a Dunkin' Donuts, which seems like a mistake, but all I really got was coffee and a one of those little breakfast sandwiches. So.
Well, fuck it, man. Whatever
works.
Not
as bad as the idea as it sounds.
Yeah.
Because I took a constitutional walk to Dunkin' Donuts out of context. That sounds like a really dumb idea. Hey, Samaj is here. What's up, man?
How's it going, my dude?
Not much. Oh.
A lot of weird shit happened. But recently I've been arguing with a anti-abortionist, and he's a fucking moron. And Logic subscribed to me on YouTube and followed me on Twitter. And yay.
Hey Samaj, how you doing, man? It's been way too fucking long.
I know, right? I keep missing the links. Sorry about that. How's it going?
No, dude, like I've been gone for a month.
Oh, okay. All right. Is everything okay? You good?
Yeah, no. Just a bunch of bullshit with the internet. I'm currently sitting outside, so you hear a bird or a crow. That's just the sounds of outside.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Nature, gotta love it.
Ugh. You don't gotta love it, but you do have to put up with it.
Well, I mean, you still need it.
Yeah.
You tend to think, well, we're evolved. Why do I even have to be outside?
Why do I have to deal with nature?
Exactly. What's this thing about camping? Ugh. What do people do?
Who camps? Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry to do this. I have to pee real quick, so I'm going to be right back because this took way too long to set up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So you doing there, Red?
I'm all right. I can't complain. Who would listen? Well, you guys might.
Well, I mean, you're in the hangout. I don't think I have a choice in the matter.
Sure you do. You can just mute me.
I could. Yeah, I mean, I could. It depends on your resilience on getting back on unmuted.
That's true.
It's like, motherfucker, you will listen to my woes.
Yeah, most of my woes are just, you know, the customer service industry stinks. When you, I have complaints. It's like sometimes the issues that I deal with are not necessarily the fault of the customer. They are, I'd say a good 20% of my woes are essentially the fault of the sales team. Selling people shit that is way over their ability to deal with and expecting me to take up the slack as tech support.
Oh yeah, I mean, they just want to make a sale because it makes them look good. So they don't care about you. They probably don't even know you exist.
Yeah, God knows they send people to say, "Oh, just call tech support. It'll be fine." Like, oh, Jesus Christ. You know, I think my biggest complaint is more than once I've really wanted to just get up a list of the people that sell some of these devices, really, if not really advanced devices, but they work in a way that trying to hedge my bets and not say what I do for a living exactly, but kind of basically it's a replacement for a basic appliance that everybody has in their house, but it's a high tech version of it. From the front end, if you know technology even a little bit, you're just like, okay, well, this is just a different version of this. But there are some expectations about in-home service that come with the original version that don't come with this version.
Why do I get the sneaking suspicion or the feeling that for some reason you're making a list, like the Punisher or something? Every time someone calls you, you start realizing that there's a chain going on here. It's like, oh, everyone I'm having trouble with are in a certain area, and they all got this particular item from this particular salesperson. It's like, well, they are going on the list, and when I finally go mad, I'll get you, motherfucker.
I feel like it. And here's the thing that's sad about it. It's not even all that funny because the end result are the ones that really make me mad are older people who get these devices and they're intensely frustrated and angry because I can't send a person out to help them like the service that we're replacing, you know, because it doesn't work that way. We don't send technicians for this. We help you, we walk you through it over the phone. And
yeah, basically,
when they do this to geriatric customers, I seriously, like, can we report these people for elder abuse? Because that's what they're doing. Yeah, technically you're saving them a little bit of money each month, but the frustration levels, I swear some of these people are about to have a heart attack, and it's going to be your fault, you skeevy motherfucker.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I always, like, with older people going, oh, it's their fault, it's their fault. It's like, it's a skill, learn it.
Yeah. Well,
pretty much.
These are people in like their 80s. It is way too late to teach them how to deal with technology. And you know, these are people who grew up when, you know, your phone had to have a wire. A computer was an abacus, no, not literally, but you know, an adding machine. These are people who have, and even if it, and the other thing, for some reason, some of them, it's not just because, like me, I didn't really get into computers. I got into computers late for my generation because I was fucking poor. So some of these people don't have the money to have ever had the time to learn these things. They can't. They just, even if they had the inclination, they didn't have the resources.
I understand that, but you don't understand. These are the same people who go, "Oh, well, how can you not know this thing? I know this thing. Oh, it's a skill, learn it." But then they don't treat it the same when it's like on phones and laptops.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's a thing where, you know, you get people in my business who get callous to the idea that, well, we know all this shit and we've known it for years, so everybody, this is easy, everybody should figure this out. It's like, no, most people don't have time. We get paid to take classes to learn how to use this shit. Do you think the everyman is going to learn all this crap? They don't have time for that. They've got lives. They just want it to work. And I understand that they should at least get some basic competency. But on the flip side, I remember what it was like before I did this for a living. I didn't have a fucking idea how this works. And there's some aspects of the things that I tech support for other people that I don't remember because there's just too fucking many of them. It's like anything with computers. There's no standard computer, unless it's a Mac.
Macs are fairly easy and standard to get because there's really they're not like big customizable things.
Yeah, and I used to do tech support for Macs, and it was a lot easier. I mean, there's pretty much a standard configuration for any iMac, and this was years ago. We're talking a good decade ago. So but even then, I mean, because like I think the iPhone 3GS was the newest smartphone, and I don't know what generation of iMac it was, and Snow Leopard was out, and some nonsense like that. It was, but it was easier because they were all the same. Customer called in about their iMac. They had the exact same fucking computer the last guy who called in with an iMac did. This stuff, no fucking idea. I mean, cell phones are more consistent than these things. I mean, because you're like, well, okay, iPhones are all more or less the same, but with the Android phones and all that, you never know what the fuck you'd get, and it's kind of the same in my industry. You never know what the fuck you're gonna get.
Mm.
It's irritating.
I believe it.
But that's one of my major gripes is not my enemy. The salespeople will set up the customer in a way that fails, and the person who has to pick up the slack is me.
In other words, like Phil in Philadelphia, your days are numbered, motherfucker. Once that Sandy snaps, you're dead.
It's like they'll be this, and this is basically, for the record, this is a joke.
This is a joke, absolutely.
And go on a rampage. They're like, he shot up a whole bunch of sales locations, not where he worked. What the hell?
This is about as serious as
the people I work with weren't the ones that made me angry.
This is about as serious as Andy Worski going to Hasbro. Okay, that's how serious this is.
Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah, not at all. For one thing, I'm too lazy to travel all the places where this happened because I work with customers from all across the country. I don't have time to find all the motherfuckers that have caused me grief.
Well, and not only that, we were just dealing with sleazeballs. I mean, with Andy's thing, he was like dealing with people who allow pedophiles to manage Magic the Gathering tournaments. I mean, yeah. I mean, he had a little bit more of a reason to go on a rampage. But,
yeah, that's at that point, I'd be like, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. You go, man. knock those pedo bears out.
Yeah. I think part of the reason he didn't get in trouble for any of that is because, I mean, it was a potential pedophile thing, which did eventually reach mainstream news. So it was a thing.
I mean,
I just listened to that entire spiel about tech support while going to the bathroom. I'm just saying that was the most entertaining thing I've listened to all fucking day.
I mean, I could tell you some stories about the jobs I've done in the past. I can't tell you about what I do right now, but because that would be like I used to work for DirecTV. I don't know if I've told this story before or not, but one time I get on the phone. It's like really early in my career as a tech support guy. This is one of the first tech support gigs I ever got was for DirecTV. Way long time. It was good 2000.
Yeah.
It's somewhere
back in the day,
1999 or 2000. So it's pretty far back. So I get on the phone, I get the beep in my ear on the little headset and all that, and the guy calls in and said, "I think my neighbors are stealing my satellite." I'm like, okay. There's all kinds of reasons why that can't happen, but all right, I'm going to enter. I'm just like, okay, well, what's happening?
Wait, like the physical satellite or the satellite TV?
His service. He wasn't
okay.
No, that's a different story, and I'll tell that one in a minute. But he's like, okay, well, I'm like, okay, well, what's happening? And he said, well, I'm missing half my channels. I'm like, oh. Okay, so when you go, which channels are you missing? And he just rattled off channels. And here's the thing, just as a background, at this point, what he said was plausible because the way the tuners worked at that time, the signal for the signal bandwidth on the physical cable that went from the satellite dish inside your house to your receiver could not hold all the channels at once. So what happened was it would flip back and forth between parts of the incoming frequencies to get some of the channels. So if you lost half your channels, it's entirely conceivable that could happen. He wasn't talking out of his ass. So at this point, it still sounded reasonable. I just figured he misinterpreted the cause of his problem. And I said, oh, well, okay. Well, that's certainly possible. We'll and I sort of try to explain kind of what happened. And he said, all right. Well, I'm not sure that's it. I was like, okay, well, what's happening? Well, the volume only goes halfway up. And I'm like, this was my first inkling that I might be dealing with a nut job, because every time I come with a reasonable explanation for something that he was trying, he would. I'm not sure if he wanted there to be some other problem or he came up with something else. I just
got it. Half his channels.
Right. So half the volume. so I'm like, okay. It's like, all right. So, well, and, I said, okay. So, I said, well, there's some technical things we can do. I said, no, I've tried all that. And he said, so, and I thought, well, at this point, I'm curious. So it's like, okay, so why do you think your neighbors are stealing your satellite? I thought at this point, fuck it, let's find out what's going on here, because he started to get the inkling that he was crazy, and he says, well, I think they've spliced into my cable, and I'm like, well, okay, well, if they did that, certain X or Y would happen. So that's the effect that you're describing isn't what would happen here. And he's like, oh, well, okay. Well, then I think I saw him pointing this little satellite thingy at my house, and that must be how they're doing it. I go on like this with another 10 minutes trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about, and then he's like, well, that's, and shooting down unfeasible things that don't happen.
Yeah.
They finally decided that they must have put a second receiver underneath my house and are piping it into there. I'll call the cops and get them to take care of it. And he hung up.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. I thought, well, that was fucking weird. And I checked the notes. Because, I was going to put some notes in. And I saw that when I go to post a note about the interaction, which is part of the job, I look and I see that I am not the first person that talked to it. Not even close.
I'm sure you aren't.
And all of the conversations which went basically the same.
Oh, my God.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the guy who said that my neighbors are stealing my satellite is not even close to being the craziest thing I've ever run into.
Yeah.
One of the ones that unfortunately I never got a chance to get, because that would have been a great one for my stories, is there was a lady who had to have an injunction against her because she was calling up, and this was in 2000. She was calling up and sexually harassing the male tech support guys.
Oh God!
She would, if she got a woman, she would hang up, and then she'd get the guy. She would ask for help, but she would just constantly talk dirty to them. And I'm like, no. Here's the thing: we occasionally got dudes who would do this. Okay,
am I coming through twice from somebody?
Huh?
I keep hearing myself. Am I coming through twice?
No, I was echoing earlier, but I'm not anymore.
Weird. I don't know. Never mind. Go ahead.
But she would call in and she would sexually harass the male caller. So eventually they had to file legal proceedings to get her to stop. Just
they had to call the law.
They had to call the law because she wouldn't stop doing it. And to be fair, because they had done this before against dudes who would do that, but usually the threat of it was enough. This lady didn't give no shit. She thought we were kidding. But my favorite story from DirecTV goes like this. I get this call from this is a call that gets escalated. No, I got this call personally, because at this point, by this time in my career, I was basically a supervisor's assistant. So half the day I would take soup calls, and the other half the day I would walk the floor and answer questions. Well, occasionally when there were, if there was overtime need or something, I would take regular calls. Just log in at the regular incoming queue, and that was fine. Well, one time when I did this, I took a call from a little old lady who said, and I quote, "You got to stop them from stinging me." I'm like,
oh God,
what?
Okay.
Wait. So this took a good 20 minutes. I wish I was kidding, to finally get to what that she thought was going on. And she said that we had a little man in the satellite stinging her from orbit.
Yeah. Orbital stings like a bee.
Now, mind you, here's another thing I have to preface the part 2 with, the part that floored me. Okay, I spent 20 minutes talking to this lady, and finally she's like, "Look, and again, it's like, well, I'm gonna call the cops." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm sorry about that, ma'am. If you need any more information, click." I go to the notes, and again, this is not the first time she's called us. But the fucked up part was, because I was about to transition to go helping that day, I figured, I can go ahead and read all the notes. We had on some occasions talked to the police officers that were standing in her house because she insisted that the cops talk to us to make us stop it. So I had every reason to think that this was not a joke call from a radio station trying to be funny. This has gone on for months. So nobody sustains a gag that long pre-internet, okay?
Okay.
It's not pre-internet, but quite close. But I mentioned the fact that the internet was not the thing that we're used to now. This is in 2000, 2001 maybe, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So remember that. So later in the day, I go around. I'm helping, helping with soup calls and answering questions and all that. That's the latter half of my day. Usually the good part, thank God. And then somebody waves their hand up and flags me over, and then another helper came over at the same time. So we kind of met there and was like, "So what's going on?" And she says, "I got this lady who tells me that they're stinging her from orbit in a satellite."
Oh God! She called back.
That's what I thought.
Was it a different person?
I said, "Oh, I talked to this lady earlier. Let me look at the account," and it was somebody else.
Fucking hell! You just start stinging people from orbit? Jesus, Rick.
Well, see, here's the thing.
I was wondering what that pain in my side was.
Before I bought the satellite, it was a Chinese food place, and before that, we don't know what mad scientist owned the place. I have no idea.
Fucking stinging people from orbit. Two separate callers had the same problem.
And I looked at the account. I said, "Oh, I've talked to that lady already." And I look at the account, and it's a different person. And the notes are the same. And I'm like, these days, I would have assumed it was some sort of long con or long running competitive gag between people, because that would be funny as fuck. But back then, are you kidding me? Pre-2001 or pre-2002, who would do such a thing?
Crazy knows no age.
Well, I'm just saying, it was just really weird.
I was wondering what my pain on my side was earlier. Apparently, it's bees stinging me from orbit.
I'm just saying, if Dr. Bees owned the satellite before I did, I can't take responsibility for whatever he was doing. Dr. Bees stinging.
That's stinging. That's stinging from orbit. See, this is what happens when you give Omegon any sort of control over the mental devices in that fucking satellite.
He's on his own sub now. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, those are some crazy days. I tell you what.
Yeah, no shit. Like two different people have the same goddamn problem.
That's another thing about customer service in general. It is a freak legion. People who can't get a job in anywhere where they actually have to face a customer, but they sound okay, can and will get a job at a call center. So you will encounter some of the weirdest people who, because the people who run call centers know that nobody cares what you look like, as long as you can maintain a certain level of professionalism and all that. So you get just the weirdest of the weird I have met. I think I may have mentioned at one point I worked at a call center where a good 30% of the people working there were gay black women. I had never seen so many black lesbians in my entire life.
But yeah, like where I
it was a small call center, so it wasn't necessarily a lot of them. I mean, we're talking maybe 6, but it was a really small call center. So yeah, there were maybe 24 of us total. working at that place at the time.
Where I used to work, I would interact with some insane customers. There are a few that stick in my mind, like a crazy woman just yelling at me to get in her car. Apparently, she thought I was her child or something. It's like, I'm in uniform and I never met you in my life. A lot of drunk people too.
Oh yeah, drunk people are good.
Well, drunks are
that's
fun.
another one that I encountered working at DirecTV. One time, I kid you not, this guy calls in. It's like 9:30 a.m. The guy calls in and he's like, "Hey, channel XYZ isn't working," and it was a porn channel.
Of course it was.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the part that I got that late at night. You're going to get a lot of that, and that's fine. And I'm working. It's like, okay, well, let me work, because he'd already ordered it. I could see that, and that was fine. So I was trying to get it working for him, and I heard him say to someone else, "No, honey, don't move. They're going to get fixed." I'm like, wait a second.
Hold on. They're gonna get it fixed. I promise, hon.
I'm just like, wait.
Who's watching with you?
I'm like, I'm of course by this point, I had been used to just solo dudes, giving me this call all the time. So I'm just like, fucking legend. He's doing his lady and doesn't stop doing it. He just calls and say, "Hey, the show's not working. We fix it." He goes, "Thank you very much," and hangs it back up. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, they just went back to banging the shit out of each other. Bravo. Somebody's getting laid tonight.
I remember this one guy. I was just stacking shelves and shit, and I remember this drunk guy came in and just picked me up and then put me back down again, and it was like, I asked my mum if we needed a break. I don't know. He just lifted me up and then put me back down again, and then just walked off. And I was just going like, I need a break.
I need an adult.
I am an adult.
I need a different adult.
I need a better adult.
I was so confused. I still am confused. I don't know why he did that.
You just wanted to touch a pretty girl. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, it wasn't even in an appropriate way. It was just like he just
lifted you and put you back down. Yeah.
Well, he just came in to pick up chicks.
Okay. So is everything I heard about the PlayStation, the Sony E3 thing, as meh as I've heard?
I didn't watch that one. The only one I watched is the Bethesda one, because you know why.
I swear to God, if it's in fucking High Rock, I'm gonna go to Bethesda Studios and punch someone in the dick.
We don't know. They didn't say.
I know they didn't say. I saw fucking the trailer with no audio and skipping like a bitch because I was on my phone. But god damn it, it looked like did you ever play Daggerfall?
No, unfortunately I have not.
Okay, well there's like a mountain range, and off in the distance you can see the adamantine tower in fucking Daggerfall. And in that you're in the part of High Rock, and you can see it off in the fucking distance. And I swear to God, if it's in fucking High Rock, I'm gonna punch somebody in the dick. There's so many areas that they could do.
You just want
High Rock.
You just want them to do elsewhere so you can play a furry again.
No, I want them to do Black Marsh so I can watch everybody else die.
I hate to say it, I play Bretonians all the time, so I would absolutely adore it if it was High Rock. God, but I'll be honest with you though, if they're smart, if they're smart, they put it. What I would say is they put it in Elsewhere. One, because it's a great name, and two, there's a lot of shit going on there right now in the timeline. So
yeah, but they're gonna do the same shit that they did with Oblivion and just fucking skip that fucking timeline all over.
Well, of course they are. They always skip the timeline forward something. That's fine.
I mean, but it's just frustrating because we've been to High Rock. We've been there already. We were in there in Daggerfall, and we were in there on parts of Battlespire.
Well, here's
I want to see the new places.
Is this
well,
Fallout?
No, Elder Scrolls.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Although I've been considering doing a Red 5 about Elder Scrolls 6, things I don't want to see.
Hmm.
Oh wow, your I just looked at the YouTube and your streaming thing is really improved.
Whoa,
like-
I'm running through a laptop and I have much better internet now. I'm running through a laptop made specifically to stream. That's all this thing's for. That and making music. By the way, Red, what did you think of the music that I made?
Oh yeah, I rather liked it. I forgot to tell you about that. I was trying to think of a good use for it. I'll probably come up with something to use it for.
Yeah,
But
I basically just found a program that like mixes and loops music. Like you get a bunch of riffs, and then you can change them up, like change the pitch, the tone, the speed, all that, and then mix them all together. And it turned out amazing.
nice.
Good.
But I don't know what they're going to do with Elder Scrolls 6. But I will say I have some complaints, and this is the same complaint I have with Fallout 4. Is and there was a little bit of it in the previous Fallout, so I'm not like a hypocrite saying it's only 4 that does this. But perks. Well, one of the problems of getting rid of skills in both games was that it forces you to create perks whose sole purpose is to give you a flat percentage bonus to damage or whatever. and those are boring. That if you had a skill in the background that did it, well, there is a skill in Skyrim, but its only purpose is to give you access to more perks. But the thing is that just let the skill do the passive background boost to damage. Say, call it, for every skill level you get, or every 2 skill points you get a percentage boost to damage. Call it a day. Give me perks that do something. Do something interesting. Change the way, even if it's little. Like like the ones in some of the sword, the weapons perk trees give you different maneuvers to do, or some different effects when you do maneuvers you already know. Those are interesting. A flat percentage bonus to damage is boring, really, really boring. And also, I'd like to have some. I hate to say it, some exclusionary choices. Like up the fire tree, I should be able to, at least initially, pick either expanded area of effect or an ability to basically ignore a certain amount of resistance to fire. That kind of thing. Give me choices that mean something in gameplay. Make me better at doing what I do, not just a flat bonus to damage. That's boring. You could even argue that a penetrating magic resistance is also kind of boring, but it's situational. It's not just a flat universal. Oh, hey, this is better. So skills should come back, and I think the other thing that would be nice, and it's especially with Skyrim, it almost needs to be. You need to have the stat come back, because some should have something to do with your stats. Like you have to have like endurance or strength to get some version of strong back, extra carry capacity. If everyone has the same carry capacity, that's retarded. Because otherwise, balancing some of the races doesn't make sense. Like orcs should have, basically, they should have orcs, and I think there's one other race, like orcs, maybe even Nords. These are big motherfuckers. Even their women are big motherfuckers. They should be able to carry more shit.
Well, you can say the same about the Red Guards.
Yeah, Red Guard. That's what the other one was thinking. Yeah, the Red Guard. But in fact, generally but Bretons and Elves should have less than normal.
Imperials but they should have an increase in other areas. It's balancing.
Yeah, and the other thing is I will absolutely lose my shit if they do what they did to Fallout and give us a voiced protagonist.
Oh.
Because here's the thing we know they're not going to do is they're not going to do an entire arc of voiced content for each race. So if they do a voiced protagonist, we're going to be forced to pick one race. Maybe two. Unless they want to give us a generic voice for all races, which is retarded.
Yeah.
They could do that, but it would be dumb. You know?
Yeah, it'd be dumb. But then again, Bethesda's made some fucking stupid mistakes before.
Well, they did it in Fallout. Well, in Fallout, it was at least somewhat forgivable a little bit because they didn't narrow your choices down to just, one race from what you normally had, which is a dozen. Well,
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls obviously it would do that. Let's see what else. The other complexity in the game that's been dumbed down since Oblivion, or not Oblivion, but even Morrowind. Here's the thing: I'm not Razor Fist. I'm not going to say we should bring it all back because Razor Fist. I love you, but that's retarded. Most of us don't have time for that shit, and there is a reasonable argument to be made for making it approachable. What you should do is make more complexity that's optional.
Yeah.
Safe Pagan's back.
Well, like for instance, this is one. The star signs should not be something you can pick up and put down willy-nilly. You should be
it should be
forced
permanent
to pick one, and they should not. One of the other thing that I think is really important is they should not mesh very, very closely to specific gameplay styles. In other words, for the most part, the optimum choice for a warrior type character should not be one sign. It should be at least 3 or 4. And you should have compelling reasons to maybe pick one of the others.
I always picked the tower so I could unlock shit with magic because I didn't want to go through the lockpicking mechanic.
And that's another thing. I think that you should have be able to perks that are related to your star sign.
Yeah.
So you could make one. You could sort of wheel. It doesn't have to be a big perk tree. I mean, we're talking maybe 6 options per sign.
Like Star Child, and it has specific things that boost your perk. Hang on, just a second.
Say hi.
I gotta go grab something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Team, entertain the people.
I'm a little. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Team, have you been paying attention to E3?
What?
Kinda. I saw PewDiePie's video. It's like it's pretty funny. PewDiePie's video is pretty funny.
By the way, I'm looking forward to Fallout 76. I want a B-list crew to go and wreck West Virginia. Goddammit.
I more or less remember Ubisoft's thing, which was this guy in all American clothing fucking comes up, acts all hyped and shit, and then completely breaks the stand, and then gets up, and it's the most hilarious thing ever. That's what I most remember.
I read you're not muted. Anyway, I was going to say that my thing is, because I always look out for the ones I really look forward to, and like a fucking weeaboo, I was gushing over Kingdom Hearts, and I didn't think I would. Let's be honest. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, we've waited like well over 10 years for the 3rd game. It's been a long. Huh?
I'm with you on that. I played the dog shit out of that second one.
Yeah, the second one's a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, we waited a long, long time, and it's gotten to the point where I was thinking to myself, it doesn't matter what trailer you show. I'm not going to care because we're never going to play this because this game just keeps getting delayed.
Which game's that? Sorry,
for weeaboos. That's what it
is. Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean the only person that I really know that would give a shit if they came out with a new Kingdom Hearts would be Kit, and I don't think even Kit would buy it at this point.
Yeah. Well, for me,
I would eventually, but the thing that really has gotten me off of Kingdom Hearts was when I watched somebody try to explain what the hell's going on in the story, because I really just kind of ignored it because I just gameplay. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It is. I
don't think it's ever made sense.
It is the most navel-gazing, self-important bullshit I've ever seen. I mean, it makes Homestuck seem sensible.
Okay, fuck you. Homestuck is sensible. You just have to take the time.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Well, that's I'm agreeing with you. I mean, when you talk about how dense and difficult it is to understand Homestuck to some people, Kingdom Hearts it makes Homestuck look easy to understand. Okay, that's what
Does
I'm getting
it?
at.
I don't know, man. The way I always figured it is with Kingdom Hearts, it's just grab everything you know and love, take a big shit on it, and then slap it together in a pile and make some sort of gummy bears required to fly between worlds.
Yeah.
That's all I ever got of Kingdom Hearts.
And
I
really,
gave the fuck
that's
up
the
after
best part
2.
of it. The story is stupid. The core part of the character interactions about friendship and about going to weird worlds with your friends and flying around in the gummy ship and having fun. The gameplay is good. That's all I cared about. And the fact that in the second game, the tournament mode, when you finally, if you're really a badass, you got all the way to the top and kicked everybody's butt, including, holy shit, oh my god, it's ridiculously cheat ass weeaboo Sephiroth. And by God, I did that.
Oh yeah, no, fuck
and
Sephiroth in that game.
And Kurt Zisa, god damn it, I love that guy. I need myself a giant red version of Kurt Zisa, and I'm like, yeah.
Jesus. What were you gonna say, Samaj? I'm sorry, we kind of cut you off there, man.
We stole his thunder. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no. Well, it's okay. I like gushing about Kingdom Hearts. The thing is with this trailer, because like I said before, I was very jaded. I wasn't gonna get excited. I'm like, whatever. And then as soon as I saw Sora in a Pirates of the Caribbean outfit with all the other guys, and they're actually cracking jokes, and I'm like, oh, actually, this looks kind of cool. And then you get to see Jack Sparrow in this game, which looks like exactly like he does in the movies. I'm like, oh shit, you guys really spent money on making this guy look good. And they show the other casts from the Pirates group. I'm like, fuck, I gotta play this game.
And then Thanos comes along, snaps his fingers, and half of them are dead.
Yo, don't be surprised if that actually does happen. That could happen. They did say they were working with the Marvel crew.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh my god. I that would be a dick move, though. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll see.
Oh, come on. That would be hysterical.
One of them has to be Goofy. He's the most lovable.
Well, one of the other reasons the game was delayed, one of the more recent ones, is when Disney decided that, hey, we're going to get more involved in the video game market. And that's when you got like Disney Infinity and other such games. And a lot of them tended to flop. And so they got, they thought, we're not going to do this. But they were already working with Square Enix on Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. And one of the things that I know happened, because Disney went all CG, they actually sent them actual character models from the movies to the guys at Square Enix. So when you see this trailer and you see like Elsa and Tangled and all that kind of stuff, and they look like exactly as they do in the movies, because that is the same model from the movies.
Oh, nice.
That's why it looks as good as it does. And people were suspecting that for a while. And the new E3 trailer kind of confirmed that. Like, Jesus Christ, everyone looks so good.
So who's with me to go fuck up West Virginia as the Beatles raids Fallout? Come on, you want to. Because I think I see what I like. Back in the day, I used to really like the original Borderlands. The second one didn't really thrill me. What I'm thinking is the feel I'm hoping for is kind of Borderlands with Fallout. You get your friends together, you go kill some monsters, get some treasure, do some goofy stuff, and have a good time. I think that would be fun. I'm hoping that's what the kind of feel we're getting is a little that co-op dungeon crawling, or just going around and shooting the shit out of things. And yeah, there might be other people, but I have this feeling, I had this sense, because from that one clip where they talked about, they showed that other player who got shot, he had a bounty. And I have this feeling you build up a bounty by being a dick. So if you kill other people, who basically, if you start a fight, the game gives you a bounty, even if you win. So as you do it more, other players are rewarded for putting your ass down. So basically, if you basically being a dick will inadvertently reward other players if you get your friends together and punk this asshole. So it could be fun. And it might even be fun to intentionally do that, to basically be the villain of the server and go moo ha ha, and basically be sort of a target. And if the other players are willing, just like, hey, let's play a game, Team Red versus Team Blue and that kind of thing.
I wonder if there'd be like a feature where you'd actually have to mask your identity, like wear a mask when you go around, and people can identify you from a poster or something. Maybe if you can find some way to unmask another player and then take them down, you might be able to double your bounty because then you knew. Oh.
How's my buddy?
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom again, and it was either jump on my phone or just go silent because I did not have the time to say anything.
It's all right. I did want to say though, like I never played Fallout, but I saw that trailer for Vault 76. And I'm like, oh, that actually looks like fun. I actually do want to try this.
What is the thing about Vault 76? Again, like I've been without internet for almost a month now.
The impression I get is that it's basically what they said was that it's going to online only, and it's a multiplayer co-op thing where you go out and you do quests and you build bases, and you can pick up your base and take it with you and put it down somewhere else using this camp system. It's like construction something. The camp stands for something, but
yeah.
And the only other people, I mean, there are monsters and ghouls and whatnot, but the only people that you'll see are other players. And they said that at most dozens of people. So it won't be hundreds of people in the map. It'll just be dozens. So I'm hoping they mean by like 2 dozen on average. But
yeah. But then where are the quests coming from? The overseer of the vault gives you your first quest, and I think the others may be basically story quests from objects and items, and that kind of stuff. Well, I heard it's taking place in West Virginia.
Yeah, it's in West Virginia, which is not as boring as it sounds.
No, hell, like depending on where it is, you still have some like moderate level of civilization there.
Oh yeah, it's going to include the capital. For one of the locations is the capital. The resort that used to be the secret government survival bunker is going to be in there.
Yeah, the Enclave.
Well, yeah, so it might include. Well, I don't know if it's going to include the Enclave, but they said because the only humans you'll see are other players, so it may be related to the Enclave, but there's also these weird robots. But some people have identified some other areas, like one of the national parks is obviously there. And a bunch of there's there's missile silos. So yay!
Oh joy, missile silos.
One of the things you'll be able to do is
players.
Yeah, one of the things you'll be able to do is collect the codes to launch a missile, and you can launch it at some place and blow something up. But also not only can you fuck somebody up if you wanted to, but when the thing lands, a lot of rare resources will be produced by the detonation.
Yeah.
So it's as much a resource thing as a griefing thing. Because as somebody pointed out, well, it seems like a great griefing tool, but here's the thing: there's no permadeath. And no loss of progress when you die. You just have to. But when the explosion hits, if you see the missile starting to come down at you, run away from it, but run back because you'll be able to gather the resources.
Yeah, because you'll like respawn by the like where you died.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you would respawn necessarily. There's probably spots for that. Right where you died, that could be kind of a dickish thing if you get killed by a monster. So.
Well, yeah.
I never had deer meat. Opal just got deer meat sort of thing. I'm like, not bad. No idea what it tastes like.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Saw the other day and asked how to make it, and I gave her the only recipe I have for deer meat. I didn't know she was going to cook it quite so goddamn early. What time is it?
I don't know American time.
Yeah, it's only fucking 11 a.m. Yeah, early lunch my ass. Hang on, I'll be able to switch over here in a sec. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Apparently I am a monk in everybody's party.
Probably because of the letter in your name. That's the only reason I'm the paladin and everybody that has me, because it starts with an M.
You didn't end up with the paladin in mind for some reason.
Let me guess, it was Magnus.
No, it was who the fuck was it? I don't think they come up in alphabetical order.
No, they won't come up in alphabetical order. They'll come up in how often you mention them.
Huh. That doesn't make any sense either then. Oh well. But yeah, I'm just gonna do just these big metal fists. I'll be the monk. Be the Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Indeed. Rock'em, sock'em, robots.
Punch your dick off.
Punch the dick! Of course. It's always got to be the dick with red. Oh my god, why can I not? Oh, I'm going to have to lift it. Son of a bitch.
It could be worse. It could be...
not a dick punch?
Well, no, a dick punch in the fart box. Yeah.
Oh god, don't go all Optimus on me.
Yeah. No.
That's the weirdest way I've ever heard.
Speaking of that, I just finished rewatching the entire Beast Wars cartoon series. I gotta tell you, cartoons have really gone downhill since then.
Oh yeah, no shit.
The whole Thundercats debacle. That's just I know that's just a prime example of that.
God damn it! I used to watch that show as a kid, man. They have taken Lion-O and raped him hard in the ass.
No,
removed him from happiness and joy.
Cartoons and shit. It's just unfortunately most of the ones that are getting recognition are like, well, whatever CalArts does.
There we go. I
That's
posted a picture of the old Rock'em Sock'em robots thing where the red robot is punching the head off of the blue one. Like, why I'm everyone's monk.
Well, that's the thing. People are starting to associate Cartoon Network with like associating cartoons with whatever CalArts are doing, and it's like, no, there's other cartoons out there.
Well,
just a company.
There are plenty of people out there who come from CalArts that don't use that art style.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that a lot of these people, a lot of these studios, they still have like bosses, and the bosses still have final say on look. And they tend to go, oh, well, this was really popular. Let's go that direction. And that
but don't go the direction of fucking raping Lion-O. He didn't do anything to you people.
Well, and that's the part that's the most upsetting, because cartoons have been going in this direction for a long time, but they've been original stories. This is one of the first time we'll take something that already exists and we'll just do our own thing with it.
And we'll just shit on it. Shit on it angrily.
It was like Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls was a brilliant cartoon. Like it really was, but it's its own fucking story. That's why I don't mind the art style, because they have their own stories. It's like when you're doing a reboot, you can't just put in this art style. It doesn't work. It's inappropriate.
Well, there's also something to be said about the change in direction, because cartoons used to be very action oriented, and some of them are, but you will have noticed that all the shows that are action oriented are going to Netflix. Well, TV stuff is being very heavily censored and becoming very PG or politically correct in a lot of these ways, and that's been a direction for a long time. Even if you go back to the Animaniac days, there were times they would talk about censors and all kinds of stuff and cracking jokes up at them, while at the same time being the cute, cuddly looking art style that they want, but at the same time talking about all the action stuff and whatever. That show was brilliant for its day, and it was essentially a warning of things to come, and everything they said came true. Everything's all cutesy, very, very friendly. Even like one of the more action-oriented
bullshit.
Exactly. Even one of the more action-oriented shows on TV right now, still very cutesy-ish, is that Steven Universe show. Yeah, you could say they got lots of action in that show. Yeah, but it's nowhere near as it's not like a Thundercats or like Transformers back in the day. Like I was watching Beast Wars. The fucking guns and explosions on that show was amazing.
It's like that was a show called Flapjack, and that's fucking visually that's entertaining, but it's also not cute at all. It's fucking gross sometimes.
I have to point out, because I don't know if anybody else has understood this. Has anybody else noticed this fucking trend where everybody, like when they make a new villain, it has to be like relatable to the hero in some way. Everybody's got to want to also respect the villain. No, I miss the old villains, the ones you knew were bad guys. Skeletor had a skull for a face.
Oh, that was
He
so.
had a skull for a face. You knew he was a bad guy. Mum-Ra from Thundercats, the fucking thing he said to transform started with ancient spirits of evil. You knew they were bad guys. You didn't look up to them. They were assholes.
That made me think of a song. Have you seen the song from Wander Over Yonder where they encounter the female villain, the ultimate female villain who's behind most of all the things, and at first they think that she's not the bad guy, and she just kind of turns and goes, "Oh no," and sings a song about how I'm not your girlfriend, I'm not your friend, I'm not a maid who needs rescuing, I'm the motherfucking bad guy.
Yeah,
It's a fucking delightful song, and God,
I love Wander Over Yonder. Like the villains are just brilliant. It's like they're not secretly being good guys or anything. They're just villains because they want to be villains.
Yeah, they just want to be a dick. I want villains again who just want to be a dick.
It's like people
I mean, seriously.
be like, oh, see, it's all, oh, see, look, it's all getting all sensitive and that stuff. It's like the villains. Like it's basically just taking the Looney Tune, like a Bugs Bunny approach, but instead it's in space and Wonder is funnier.
Just take the concept of every villain you've ever seen in the modern cartoons. It's all bullshit. But you go back to the 80s and your main villain is like, nah, I want to punch your baby in the face because it makes a funny squishy noise. Fucking, that's a villain, man.
Yeah. I actually watched a documentary on the He-Man toys, and yeah, very much the cartoon show was designed to sell toys. But there was a story behind the Skeletor and how that came about. Well, the guy who designed them and created the villain, when he was a kid, he went to one of those haunted house carnival rides, and there was a skeleton that would come down and shake and all that kind of stuff, and it scared him to the core. Later on, police investigated because there were some smells. Turns out that was an actual skeleton, a human skeleton.
Yeah.
And it haunted him for the rest of his life. And so when he was saying, come up with a villain, it's like, all I could draw is skulls and muscular guys.
Yeah.
There was actually
Mocha.
hello. There was actually I can't remember exactly where it was, but there was a carnival ride that had a decomposing body, and it was on someone hung themselves inside of the ride, and people the only way they found out what it was, someone reached up and part of it fell off on them.
Oh,
that's close to the story, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Carnival
fucking
ride,
gross.
chunky
Apparently
edition.
it was leaking on people and shit.
Oh, that's chunky
No,
recipe
no.
carnival ride.
That's a bit much, but yeah.
Yeah, but it was fucking gross.
I know that.
Villains, I actually don't mind. Fleshing out villains more because it's more interesting.
Yeah, I'm not saying
No,
don't flesh them out. I just want them to be evil.
Oh,
I
I
don't
kind of
want
like
him
the
to
villains
have-
who aren't actually evil, because it's I can't remember which comic book it was, but it was I know it was an alternate universe, and nobody counts alternate universes. But it was sorry, my voice sounds like shit still. But
No,
it
you're
was it sounds better than yesterday. But it was the Joker, and it was done through the Joker's eyes and shit. And the
the
Joker
killing
was actually a
joke?
good guy. And Batman was the
Oh,
bad
God.
guy.
I don't know, man. It's just the whole concept of I want any show. It doesn't even have to be the majority of shows. It doesn't have to be a lot of shows. I want one show with that cartoonishly evil asshole who has no reason to be a dick. Because the problem that it is I don't mind if they're fleshed out. I just don't want it to be my wife died in a car accident in 1984, and because of that, I became a bad guy. No, I just want him to want to punch a baby because it's squishy. I want cartoonish evil.
Motor City the Duke. He's fleshed out. He's fucking awesome, and he is just an asshole.
That's the kind of villains you need. Like, they got a huge backstory, so much shit, but they're just a dick.
Well,
I don't want to.
So some backstories can be incredibly simple and still be very effective because it just needs to explain some of the motivations. Like, for example, like Transformers. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Transformers lately. But I mean, if you go, like, it was revealed, the history was that the Transformers were created by an alien race, and they needed warriors and they needed builders because the warriors, there was a big galactic war, and so that's the Decepticons. Like, you guys go out and do this, and the Autobots there will build supports and all that. They'll help you out. And then once the war was done, what are they going to do? Well, I mean, warriors are warriors. They got to fight. And out of boredom and they can't function in peacetime, they started fighting with the Autobots, and then that created the Great War. That was essentially, that's it. That's all you needed. It's like,
God damn it, Cybertron. Get your shit together.
Well,
Hey.
It's all like in
Look. Here's the thing. Inside of every robot, there is a little bit of Decepticon and Autobot. In my case, I am an Autobot in the streets and a Decepticon in the sheets.
And most of the situations with most of your parts are from a mobile doll.
and it's like
Wow, that's a wow, that's a damn
Wait.
dude.
That's an old reference, isn't it?
Just damn dude.
well, it's like
This is a strategy game that nobody's heard of but you and me.
well, it's like Adventure Time, for instance. People keep pointing to fucking Ice King. Like, oh, Ice King, he's not a real villain. That's the point. He's like fucking, that's the point. The actual villain is basically like, for instance, Lich. The Lich, like, there's no redeeming qualities about him. He is a fucking evil son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah, because he's a lich. He's a necromancer, man. That's his entire thing. He's a villain. Why do I need that explained to me?
I think the other.
go
think-
ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think one of the effective things about the Lich is because prior to that, most of Adventure Time has just been cutesy, cuddly, watered down action.
what the fuck? Like,
It's like this kind of stuff
Adventure
that's
Time's based off after an apocalyptic war happened, like 1,000 years after.
Yeah, but you would never know that unless you
Everyone's
actually
pretty much
looked.
mutated and shit.
well.
Yeah,
See, that's
but
the thing.
you
Like
never know that.
that was like that wasn't fleshed out yet. Like in the first season or whatever. It wasn't until the Lich came about that there was a huge change in the lore because they started exploring it more. But also because, I mean, like eventually it had to build up its reputation with the censors. It's like, oh yeah, this is totally fine. They're making funny noises and they're like pretend fighting. It's like kids, and you have to make it family friendly. That was the idea. And then you need to do that to make the censors look away, because they're like, Adventure Time, that's totally safe. Because you have to remember, a lot of these shows have to go through like censors and all, make sure it's safe for kids to watch. Because obviously, if kids see violence, they're going to act it out. Which is stupid to say the least, because even when you have non-violent shows, kids still, act like kids because they're kids.
Yeah, we had
I
invaded.
still think the
Well, I didn't.
best. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I've been trying to say this for a while. But go ahead.
It's
Okay,
like-
what's the best thing? Hang on, Mocha, say your thing, please.
I was about to say I think the best villain that I honestly have ever seen is in Gargoyles. That bitch only wants to get
Demona?
balled by Goliath. That's it. That's her entire
Demona.
plot story. It's great.
Oh my god.
Demona's
You
a-
must admit,
Fucking Demona.
you must admit that is the best plot story ever. I want to.
She's yeah, I'll give you that one. Demona just wanted some dick. Fine. I'll
And then
give you that one.
and Goliath is like, oh no. She's like, just fuck me. I'm the only female left.
And then it turns out she's not, bitches.
Well, you know what's also slightly silly, and this is related back to E3, where everyone's kind of uptight about the whole Last of Us, lesbian thing, and I'm like going, you guys are taking the completely wrong argument here. What you should be pissed off about is the last few handful of uncorrupted people on the planet, and goddamn gay people are going to keep us from breeding them. Damn it, you idiot!
Yeah. There will be no continuation of the human race because of your fucking agenda.
It's like, well, of course, on the flip side, they could take a dick for humanity once in a while.
I mean, yeah, there could just be like they could just make Ellie bi. But I don't know if they're going to.
I don't really care that much about it, but because I played a little bit, I didn't get to finish playing the first one, and I thought it was a fun game and an interesting take on the apocalypse. But I'm like, if I understand it, like Ellie's like got some sort of immunity to the taints. I'm like, no, you need that to spread around. The bad part is she's not a good vector for this thing because, how many babies is she going to be able to produce hypothetically? Half a dozen?
Yeah.
I'm just saying she's not going to be as helpful as if it was a dude who was happy to be down to fuck with any girl in sight.
Yeah.
That special gene spread around a lot more. That'd be great. But hey,
yeah.
That's the way life is,
Mm-hmm. If, of course, reality will try to fuck you over if it gets any opportunity to do so.
Oh yeah.
Ow, my hand hurts.
Don't do that. Whatever it was.
No, I was out here cutting like logs and shit because a bunch of limbs fell during a big storm, and then I fucking bashed my hand with my axe.
Well,
and just
not the
damn near cut off my
but damn
near cut off my pinky, but I'll be all right eventually.
Don't do that.
That's why I can't type right now. So I'm typing slower than usual despite having my internet back. It's because I can't use my fucking pinky, and it's always this pinky. Like, this is the one I got stabbed in, the one the knife sliced in the knuckle, and now I fucking hit the tip of the pinky with an axe.
Good job.
Got the worst fucking luck with this thing.
I have the worst fucking luck with my pinky. Fuck you, pinky.
This pinky! I'm about ready to just lob it off so I don't have to fuck with it anymore.
Hey, look. Just because your pinky is asking for the end because it's seen some shit. But don't let it go, man.
No, I do love that axe though, because it's not like your average axe, right? Normally your axe is gonna be like your standard bullshit. Let me see if I can actually like pull up a thing of this.
Yeah, I bought like roses today because I bought like roses yesterday because I was a dumbass. Oh. And now I realized I bought dying roses.
And it fucking did that to my pinky.
Ow.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Damn near lost a tip. But it's a nice axe.
That's an
what
axe?
are you doing outside? Outside is for plebs. Go back inside. Be in like
he's standing there holding
like the rest of us.
Because I'm on the laptop.
What the hell's going on here?
Oh yeah, no, just imagine the fact I've been sitting out here doing this live stream outside the entire fucking time, and I look like shit. Seriously.
I don't look that bad.
It's just one of those things, and I'm like trying to stay moving because I'm not breathing right today. So I gotta keep moving. But I'm also I don't know how to describe. I'm out of nicotine. I don't have a cigar, and I'm out of my hookah tobacco shit. So nothing. I got nothing except for anger and rage and wanting Skeletor villains. That's all I've got right now.
Yeah.
I hate more Skeletor. God damn it.
I mean, I think back on the cartoon thing here, I'm remembering the Netflix series. Like they had that Voltron remix. Remake. That was a good
Voltron reboot.
Yeah, that's a good reboot. All right, that's the one that people need to do, and not Thundercats.
Fuck up.
Yeah, it's got some issues, but it's really good. I mean, like the last season, it's like they don't know what to do with some of the secondary characters, because basically, like Lunk has just become there. He used to be like Pidge's, basically the engineer to Pidge's scientist, and now he's just kind of twiddling the background.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Hang on. To talk about yourselves.
I got a question for
entertain
y'all.
The people.
What do y'all think is the best written show that you've seen?
Does it have to be cartoon or any?
I was thinking more like cartoon.
Well, Well, that's hard.
I think.
If I had to say, there's the two. I do think that the Beast Wars shows is good, but I also really love Gargoyles.
I would have to say Invader Sim, Motor City, and Over the Garden Wall. I know Over the Garden Wall was a mini series. Was a mini series, but yeah, they were the best written shows I've seen. Over the Garden Wall was only came out a few years ago, so
I want to say my favorite as far as writing goes, and it's not, and this isn't just because of a robot, because it exceeded my expectations so much, which was Transformers Prime. Because I mean, it's a Transformers show. It shouldn't have a great deal. It shouldn't tug at the feels quite so much. As I mean. And it shouldn't have such relatively. I mean, considering what you're dealing with, again, considering what you're dealing with, the villains were written very well. The main characters were written well, and given the circumstances, several of the characters were written really well. The story arc, for instance, for RC was unusually good because here's the thing: they kill her best friend in the first fucking episode. And they spend the rest of the first season coping with that and how humans interact with robots, and it's far more subtle, far more nuanced than it has any right to be. Because I love Transformers, but I know what it is, so it's not the best writing I've ever seen. But given what we're working with, it's amazing. So
I honestly will have to say Gargoyles. That's just old school. That's childhood. From the heart. But honestly, there's actually something like not Transylvania, Castlevania. Why always say Transylvania for Castlevania? But Castlevania made me fucking care about someone who was there for less than a couple scenes. That is beautifully written. Fucking. Go ahead.
Oh, you talking about that Netflix series?
Yeah, the Netflix series.
Okay.
The fucking when fucking Dracula's wife, she's only there, like literally count it, she's there for barely any of it. But you like fall in love with her. Just because the way she is, she's adventurous. She isn't afraid of anything. All she wants to do is help people.
Well, I see the thing that I thought with that character portrayal, and maybe it was different for me, is it felt like someone who was doing a really good job of hiding the fact that she was scared poopless. Because you could see because when he would slam something, like little subtle like details like her jumping when he closed the door, but she was like, she looked in the face of Dracula and said, "Eh." How many people can look? Yeah, it's theoretically. Just like, I've got this. How many people look in the face of Dracula and go, I don't care what the fuck you say, teach me your shit. But it's honestly, it was just, she was there for barely any of it, and you actually felt something when she was burning alive. Yeah, which is really important to getting any motivation of Dracula's wrath, because for his motivation to be believable, you had to feel like this was someone he would get that into, would care that much about, and she had to be fucking amazing, and they delivered.
It's very important that they get her character. What?
Oh, he cut out. I was like, oh shit, we lost Red.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, for a character like her. I can't remember her name, unfortunately, 'cause she was there for only like one episode. But her motivation, the Dracula's wife and all that, I mean, she was very important. Her death was the beginning of the series, the beginning of everything. You had to get this right, otherwise, I mean, if the motivation isn't there, it could fuck up the entire series. And they managed to make it work in a very short amount of time. So you're absolutely right. That show they did a great job planning that out. Although the funny thing is that the script that they used for that series was actually a script that was supposed to be used for a movie of Castlevania that never got made.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're talking Hollywood level scripts, so that's still
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, just the fact, like little subtle things in the animation that like made my heart melt about her. Like I said, with the jumping when he closed the door, when he hands her a book and she hesitates for a second and then grabs it. Stuff like that showed that she was human. She isn't just this badass character. She knows this dude could break her like a little twig. But she still like stands up to fucking Dracula and is like, no, teach me all this stuff. I want to help people. And then he actually follows her advice and travels like a normal man. And that's when she died, is when he tried to be normal. When he tried to give her a normal life is when she was killed. Because if he was being normal, being the normal Dracula, he could have like swooped down and said, hey, yo, nah. But no.
I don't know. The animation I normally watch is intended for a more older audience now, so I don't watch I don't watch a lot of like Disney or Cartoon Network anymore. But but the things I still watch is still like it's still really good. But Castlevania, I've been planning on watching that, but I never got around to it.
Oh my god, you need to fucking watch it. It's fucking incredible.
It's only 4 episodes long.
I am watching
do you not want to see a priest ripped limb from limb?
Jesus Christ. It was Elisabetha Kronkvist was the first wife of Dracula. So it was Elisabetha.
Yeah, either way, I love the way she was written. She was written as this frail, delicate thing who was trying to be tough, and that's what fucking Dracula loved about her.
I'm a dumbass. I bought. Okay, yesterday I wasted £5 and I bought like this little rose pot thing. And I just realized that like half the roses are like dead already, and I'm just like, why did I buy this thing? I don't understand. It was just like oh, I buy this pretty flower pot. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's when you buy like silk flowers and shit, and then you don't have to worry about that shit anymore.
But put the dead ones on one side, put the live ones on the other side. You can have a good contrast between living and dead. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, as fuck.
Scene versus goth.
Yep.
Metal as fuck.
Fucking metal, man.
Yeah.
Also, no lie, that's what I do. When people buy me flowers and shit, if they start dying, I put the dying ones on one side and the living ones on another side. I'm like, listen, you just don't understand, man.
Note to self, never buy my boss flowers.
Oh yeah. If you do buy me flowers, buy me roses. Don't fucking cheap out on me, motherfucker.
Oh, I would
like
cheap out on you.
roses.
You're getting carnations just to piss you off.
I like roses and lilies.
I will burn them in my fireplace.
I
like-
will laugh at it.
I like roses and lilies.
I only like roses and can't really think of any. I like other flowers outside, but if I'm gifted something, you better give me a goddamn rose. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't even care if they're dyed roses. I'll take dyed roses. Those things are kind of cute. When I had blue roses, really cute. But
I'm gonna walk over and check the mail. I'll be back.
All right.
roses.
And
But
I like red and I like red roses and lilies usually.
yeah. Well, if you buy me like a flower that I can plant, I like those. You can give me anything on those. Like you can give me a cactus for fuck's sake. I love that. I used to have cactuses all around my house when I lived in Misery. So
Misery.
yeah. But the thing is, I was told by my friend I needed to move my cactuses because as soon as you enter my house and you look to my left, there was just like a whole bunch of cactuses, and they're like, "What if I fell?"
You
I
mean
would just be-
cacti?
It would be funny.
Yeah.
It would be funny as hell. That's
Yeah,
what-
it
Oh,
really
yeah.
would. Because I had like the
Cartoonish
ones
funny,
that would
though.
the ones that would fucking hurt, the one with the long ass motherfucking needles and shit. I'm like, touch it, touch it.
Okay, so I had an idea for something that just would be horrible.
Yeah.
Go
All
on.
right. So You ever seen those really bad porns where like they stick it in her pooper way too fast and she gets like this really horrible thing, like this bad look on her face?
Yeah.
You take a compilation of those faces, right?
Right.
Add them all together.
Okay.
And then you add bad Mitsurugi like combat music from Soul Calibur into it.
Hey.
So you're just like, the first face is like, and then the next one's like, and it just scrolls through the faces really fast, and it's just all these horrified looks.
I knew you were gonna
So
fucking.
you would just call it the surprise butt sex compilation?
And then at the last one, it pauses for a second, and you just see the face of somebody looking back right before it happens, and it zooms in on the face of the guy, and it's Omoe wa shinderu. Nya! And then the shocked face.
I could
Do
see
the
it.
whole thing.
Just go crazy with.
Fist of the North Star right in the ass.
Oh,
You are already butt fucked.
Omoe wa shinderu. Oh, there's nothing quite like the thought.
somehow I knew you were gonna pitch that idea. I knew you were gonna like pitch an idea like that.
I don't know what just came to mind. Like, I was watching a Try Not to Laugh compilation by Markiplier, and it was like this glitchy N64 wrestling game. And all they had done was, like, because it was glitching so badly, it looked like they were teleporting all over the stage. So they cut out the audio and then added Dragon Ball Z fight music, and it was so fucking funny. I was like, how could I do something like that? And then because my brain thinks of the worst case scenario, instantly it went to butt fucking Mitsurugi.
I'm just saying. He's not wrong. Well, he is, but you know.
He's all kinds of wrong, but
It's a good kind of wrong, though.
It's
My favorite
the
kind.
right kind of wrong. It's the kind of wrong that should exist.
Exactly.
Should is a very objective term here.
Wrong in all the right ways.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Well, that's anal for you. Not that I'm opposed to it. I'm just saying, you know, from a biological point of view, it might be the wrong place. But you know what? Fuck it.
You'd have to throw at least one Hadouken in there, though. Hadouken!
Sure, you can.
Just
Sure
gonna
you
stand-
Yeah, they just have the woman say, "Sure, you can," and you come in with a Hadouken.
The back door was another place for this here.
I
Hang
can't
on,
imagine.
I sent Ichabod a very delicate message that should not be read out.
I was just thinking, like,
You certainly will read it out loud. That's fine. We get you. But you really want it anyway. You pervert. You.
No, not really.
It's fine.
That's why it's a surprise.
There you go, Ichabod. Just gonna give that to you. The entire time you were talking, my brain was just going to this song, so you're welcome.
Oh God! If I click on it, it's like I'm running voice meter. If I
Oh,
click
you better
on
not
everybody's
click
gonna
on
hear
it, man. You better not do it. You better turn your voice meter off, motherfucker.
I can't turn my voice meter off. If I do, everything will break.
Motherfucker, this shit, don't turn it on because you will get hit hard.
I'm sure I would.
But the thing is, like, this song, it's called "I'll Hug You Hardcore." Do you want me to read a couple of the lyrics? I will get the
I do
lyrics.
not.
Hey,
I do not want you to read the lyrics.
give me the lyrics and I will read them dramatic style.
I
Okay,
can do
if
that.
Red does it, fine.
Oh, really? Fuck you.
No, it's just because Red will do it in the announcer voice. And
Okay, here you go.
everybody-
It's
I really love the announcement.
It's less traumatizing.
Okay, hang on.
There you
Well, give me a second to finish something up that I'm doing here online, so I can do that. Because if I will probably get people get pissed off if I don't stop fighting in the middle of this alert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I just have to
there you go.
point out,
It's,
like,
it's
you just
fucking beautiful.
Yeah, but
Oh, hold on, I'm
Imagine-
getting stabbed. Hold on.
imagine the voice of Walter Cronkite coming out of Gary Gygax, and that is how I picture Red at all times.
You're not that far off. That's not accurate. I am pleased with this comparison. I'll be honest with you. I have the deviousness and disingenuousness of Cronkite and the avuncular comedic genius of Gary Gygax. You tell them I have no respect for Walter Cronkite. Just saying, he's an asshole.
Well, yeah, Cronkite was an asshole. The most fucking journalists were assholes. I mean, through 90% of, like, every news thing's history, it's been slowly manipulating people into fucking themselves.
Probably.
Red, you need to hurry. I want to hear you fucking do an announcer voice with this shit.
Sorry, they've got a little fight going on in this thing, and they'll get mad. They'll understand.
He's got to do his thing.
He does not. Come on, I want to hear about the Hershey Highway.
Read something. So
Oh, God.
I'm doing a thing.
Okay, I'm gonna make this easy. Mocha Steam, debate the concept of Fallout becoming a massively multiplayer online game. I'm gonna go get coffee, and Red's gonna finish this battle.
I do not care about it.
It doesn't matter.
I don't play Fallout, so you're
All right, then talk about what was his name? Saved Pagan, the guy that I've been arguing with for the past 3 days.
Fucking, this guy. He's so dumb. I keep telling him like it's been 3 days. Fucking stop, and he won't stop. He just keeps going on about fucking God and anti-abortion and women should fucking sacrifice their lives to fucking give birth to things that can die if you breathe on it, and fucking he's so annoying.
Yeah, he said I think he said if a woman was like could die during pregnancy, she should still go through with the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like if anything, like even if the baby could die, she should still take the chance.
Well, the thing is, he keeps straw manning and fucking asking irrelevant questions, sort of thing.
I literally just told him to go stone some
questions. And then when you don't answer irrelevant questions, he fucking go like I said like he randomly asked me a question. Tell me, Miss Steam, if there is no God, then do you believe in the We Evolved? Keep in mind, it was like I just answered all of his questions in one tweet, basically. And I just put one word, yes. And then he put, so we are accidents of random chance formed of Stardust. Aside from who created Stardust, why does that one random bag of Stardust does to another random bag of Stardust matter? Seems there is no morality that I need to hold, since this randomness holds on purpose. That is the worst way. That is the dumbest way to explain fucking Big Bang Theory ever. A bag of Stardust? What the fuck is he on about?
I think he's trying to say, because I don't think he likes the comparison that that we are all essentially made of stardust, because all the elements that come together, they all came from.
We're all made of stardust, but he's saying like the Big Bang is completely made out of stardust. I'm like, no, the Big Bang didn't start from stardust. Yeah.
The thing is, even if you take his summation at face value, you have to say, well, what does it matter?
Oh no, I'm not finished.
Oh, okay. It gets even worse.
Yeah, this dude. I literally it got so bad I muted him.
Wow.
Me. The person who loves fucking this shit.
I want to block the guy, but I don't want him to brag he's won, even though I literally just want to block the guy because he's that annoying. And
that's why muting is a precious thing.
I didn't even block Kevin Logan when he was fucking ranting at me, and basically this guy is more annoying than Kevin Logan.
Yeah. He fucking sent me propaganda because he said like fucking that God's word is written on the heart. So I got a picture from Heart Surgery and sent it to him. Like, I don't see any words here. He's like, it's metaphorical. And then he sent me a picture of like a fake aborted fetus.
Which is really shit, by the way.
It was
I'm more.
awful. They didn't even put it in an umbilical cord. They really need to like work on their shit. The lungs looked okay, but the thing is, it would look like that because it looked like it had bones already. I'm like, no, it would have bones already. It would just be lung.
I actually got really pissed off by the fact that it looked shit more than it was a propaganda piece, because I was in film club and we were doing like horror sort of thing, and just in secondary school, and it was ridiculous because I had to make these fake little fetuses. Guess what? They were smaller and they took like 20 minutes to make, and mine was better. Mine was fucking better. Like
it was awful. It was an awful little.
They stuck doll arms and legs onto this little thing, and they think like, oh yeah, this matched up perfectly. I'm like, that's Polly Pocket doll arms and legs. I know this shit because I used to play Polly Pocket all the fucking time. That's Polly Pocket dolls and legs, arms and legs. Sorry. And and
I'm so sorry for the like gestation. Also, it doesn't help with this. With the gestation that it would be at, they would look more like clumps of nothing because they haven't formed fingers yet in that stage.
Yeah. One thing is, he was saying like that fetus was supposed to be like something of like 2 months or something stupid like that. And it's like,
if it was 2 months, it wouldn't even have like certain developments that was on it, and it had more developments like in the.
Yeah, I made like fetuses that were like fucking made fetuses. I made fake fetuses that were like something in like 5 months in or something like that. It's less developed than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like fucking hell. No, but basically he keeps ratting on at Ichabod, going like, "Oh, you don't understand God, even though Ichabod's a minister."
Yeah, I don't understand God.
Okay, where are these lyrics?
Yeah, and then when Ichabod put, as I said before, you want no answers, just argue for your case for the answer you want. And I put, yeah, no shit, he just wants an argument. And I put a screen cap of him, like, basically asking me if I believe in evolution. I say yes.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that.
Fucking essay. And then the guy put, I'm sorry, this is more recent. I'm sorry, what did you enter the conversation to do?
Someone has a dog.
Your own worldview,
A little
right?
dog.
Okay, so where are these lyrics?
Okay, the lyrics are in the side right here. It should be
Yeah,
A,
it should
B
be in the
lyrics.
side chat.
It's odd you judge someone for doing the same thing you do. And I put, you randomly asked me if I believe in evolution. I said one word, and you came back with a fucking essay. And no, dumbass, that's what you're doing right now. I answered your question.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Oh, these are great.
I'm going down, aren't I? I just got back, and Luke is gonna crash my channel.
All right,
Don't worry about it.
This is good. All right, so the lyrics to "Hug You Hardcore." me. See, should I do this in the full announcer voice? I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
full announcer.
100% newscaster red. Do it.
All right.
But yeah, basically.
Hold on, Miss Team. Hold on.
I'm just trying to wrap things up.
All right.
Sorry about that. I thought I muted myself.
Oh, the dog was his.
That was sorry. That was yeah.
All right, go ahead, Red. Sorry.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Hug You Hardcore. I want to make you broken. Come on, cowgirl, take a ride. I want to rip you open, swinging wrecking ball inside. Let me mount you gently, love with a fist. Intruding rear entry, you're gonna like this. I want to hug you hardcore. I want to rock you sore. Ramming up the exit door. I want to hug you hardcore. Stretch your room into a hall. It's me who's getting bored. Ride the Hershey Highway. Tied it up for the monster truck. Face down, ass up. Here we come. We wish you luck. Let me mount you gently. Love with a fist. Intruding rear entry. You're gonna like this. I wanna hug you hardcore. I wanna rock you sore. Revving up the exit door. I wanna hug you hardcore. Stretch your room into a hall. Till it's me who's getting bored. 5 into 1, the dirty fingers. Where there's no sun, it's ramming her. Dirty, dirty fingers. My dirty, dirty fingers. Oh, yeah. Let me mount you gently. Love with a fist. Including rear entry. You're gonna like this. I wanna hug you hardcore. I wanna rock you sore. Ramming up the exit door. I wanna hug you hardcore. What the fuck are you doing, Red? She doesn't say a word. She just closed the door and left. I didn't break the internet. You broke my wife. She's just like, what the fuck are you doing? She didn't say a thing. She just looked at me like, Jesus Christ.
Well, everyone, that was Lordy's Hug You Hardcore, done by our wonderful Red.
Oh,
All right, go ahead and finish what you were talking about
by the
earlier.
way.
Steve.
I absolutely would wish I could do just oh my god, that's hysterical.
Oh yeah, okay. This was making fun of like Lordy has a very bad habit of wanting to make fun of a whole bunch of people, and this is them making fun of like pop songs.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Just
This is why, for those of you who are in my audience wondering, this is why I say Mocha is a monster.
Well, you know, there actually is a song about monsters. If you want him to read something else,
No,
that's gonna get his life ruined.
Steam needs to finish her statement.
But basically, it's been 3 days. I keep telling him to fuck off, and he keeps coming back with more irrelevant questions. And
I told him he can come talk to me on Sunday because that's my minister work day. He can talk to me on Sundays because that's the day I'm a minister. Every other day, I'm just Ichabod.
yeah.
See
That-
what we
that's
need.
li- that-
Hey, Samaj, if you get time at some point, you need the raccoon in the whole priest outfit.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
But that was literally
Yeah, and
the.
do like the Father Brown hat. You know, so he's got the big black broad rimmed hat. That'd be fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, don't forget to do like a little bolo tie. We need that as well.
But we really need to quit giving Samaj random work out of nowhere.
No. Just
I have not
It
I have
pleases him to
talked
do
about
so.
work in a fucking two years. Fucking bolo tie that bitch. That's a man of bolo.
I've been a little busy here and there, so I get
I'm
random
still,
stuff.
I'm still waiting on you to say you're ready to start doing commissions again, and then we can start talking some business.
I was after my computer incident, so but then I got
I'm worried about that. Last time he did business with Samaj, he made porn out of me and Tangerine.
No, I have to do the. I have to if he gets up for it and if he wants to do it, I need him to help me with the art for the dating sim.
Oh,
you're making a dating sim, are you?
Yeah, Citrus Quest Romance.
Oh, nice.
All right then.
Tell me you need me to do voices for that.
Oh no, there's an entire Data Red story arc.
Nice.
I'm also a doctor, so
Yes, she's the doctor.
so am I just not a character? Or?
Fembot's in there. I will happily do Fembot lines as well.
Yeah,
Right.
you have to
Oh,
wait
yeah,
and
no.
see if you're in there, Steve.
I have to like go through people and ask them if they want to participate. I already have Mocha's permission and Red's permission from the last time.
Also, I gave him character arcs such as I better be a fucking doctor.
I'm not exactly sure what a dancing is.
About Fembot, I already have the expressions because Samaj has already done them. She's ready to go.
Same with mine.
I know.
I'm honestly not. I'm not honestly not quite sure what a dating sim is, to be honest.
It's for lonely people.
Have you ever played Huni Pop?
All the lonely people.
I guess
Huni
so.
Pop is not a dating sim.
It is a dating sim. I am dating them by doing.
You're playing fucking Bejeweled.
I'm playing Bejeweled while dating them.
Which, by the way, is a terrible way to find a mate.
No. You don't understand. You don't understand. Hey,
I don't understand. I never understood.
Hold on, Red. May I borrow you for a second?
Oh God.
If you just look right here, look at these Bejeweled skills. Don't you just want to get in the stack with me?
What?
I said, look at these Bejeweled skills. Don't you want to get in the stack with me?
Yeah, but not necessarily for your Bejeweled skills. But I'll tell you what, if that's what it takes to get you warmed up, I'm good to go.
All right, just play Bejeweled on me, baby.
Yeah,
Let's just match a couple of diamonds and hearts together. We've got this. This is romance.
It's like playing poker. It's fantastic.
We're fucking Tetris. That's what
Look,
always reminded me.
Hey, think about this for a moment, though. I mean, here's the thing. Plenty of normal people in the regular world use alcohol as a substitute for romance. What the hell's wrong with playing Bejeweled?
Yeah.
If it increased
serotonin
levels, then maybe.
Hey,
also, by the way, I kind of want to record myself fucking playing Huni Pop sometime because of the fact of because I know what the colors are. I'll make like little comments like, "Yeah, I was a sports star, baby," shit like that when I match up like the blue tokens.
I would be happy to
but when I do like the heart ones, I'm like, "Yeah, you're so hot, baby. You know, I've never seen a hotter chick than you." Bam! I just go up in the scores. And then as soon as I get like broken hearts, I'm like, no, I meant fat with a PH. No.
God damn.
Yeah, I kind of look kind of delusional the way I do it because I'm just like making random comments.
Don't get me wrong. There is a thing I want to do for Cooncast instead of like Mistaken Gaming, because I would totally play Huni Pop with you on Mistaken Gaming.
Yeah, we had to record that shit though.
Hallowed Gaming, but I want to get you on a Cooncast to play Katawa Shujo for one of the specific storylines.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to do the Cooncast with like different people when I go through each storyline, because that game is absolutely fucked up.
I did not know this. Fucking Lordy made a music video of Hug You Hardcore.
Oh.
Uncensored version.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It's fucking beautiful.
But like the concept of it is like, has anybody here besides me played Katawa Shujo?
I don't even know what it is.
Gesundheit.
Exactly.
Okay. Basically, the main character, the dude you're playing, has a heart attack, and for the rest of his life, he's going to have heart problems, right? So he's got to go to a specific school because of that, because he's disabled for the rest of his life. So all the chicks you date are disabled in some way.
Oh, yeah.
I know this one, yeah.
Legless chick, armless
We cannot
chick.
show this on air. I was trying to see if I could just get you to mute it and have Red sing, but no, we physically cannot.
Nope.
Shows this.
No, trust me, I will get this dirty look from the wife again if I try and sing anymore.
His wife might kill him. Let's not lose.
I like the
Red
Adam and
shit.
Loves
Eve
me, but
reference,
there's a
though.
limit, you know.
Well, his wife won't kill him because then his wife won't be able to see my tits. So
She might come in and choke me. That's all, and not in a good way.
Because they're like a 1950s couple, and they're like being very kinky.
Oh,
I'm so sure.
I'm just gonna do commentary as I watch this. I don't care if any of y'all are talking.
you kind of caught me off guard, because like you got me like I saw the hangout link like just right after.
Okay,
like,
this
and now it's like I don't know.
okay. There's a kidnapped man. She's getting a strap on.
Oh god.
Okay, so she's fucking him in the ass.
Okay, and we're moving on to what Steam was saying.
That's
Yeah,
the thing. It's one of those things to be like, all right, but we're gonna trade for something that I like. Because I mean, it's one of those things. It's like compromise. Like, yeah, I'm not into that, but you know what? I'll put up with it if you really want to. But you owe me something I want to do.
But I get the mouth.
So I get
Anyway.
I get something else. I don't know what I'd come up with, but it just depends on the person. Just like, I'll find something you don't like to do that I do like, and then we'll compromise. Yeah, I'm not really sure I'm down with that. But
Oh my god.
You can do a lot of things for someone you like that much.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
Lordy is more demented than I thought they were. Okay, I'm turning that off now.
Okay, no more Lordy. No more Lordy. So you saw the hangout link after the shower?
Oh, don't worry. I don't. It's fine.
I have scrolled back to this. You were going to talk about it. God damn it! Get too old for this shit.
Traumatized.
No, it's fine.
Ah, come on! Don't clam up on me now.
Traumatized, you say?
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Okay, fine. Anyway, so what else did I want to talk about? I talked about the fucking disabled chick dating simulator. I talked about how meh E3 was.
Pretty sure I have a copy someplace. I thought that would be funny to play because.
What, the disabled chick dating simulator?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. You get to get with a nugget.
What?
Yeah, a girl with no arms and no legs, a nugget.
I didn't know that's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd never found that character.
Yeah, she's there. She's a secret character. You have to go into a room at the beginning of the thing and you spot her. I can't remember which room it is. Fuck. It's like a secret room. You just have to click on all the doors, and then finally you just enter one, and she's in there because she can't roll around.
That's. I've never heard of this. I know that you can end up with the crazy guy who thinks that feminists are slowly taking over the world and going to kill us all.
He's correct.
He's not even wrong.
Omegon's in the chat.
Oh my god, you damn bastards! Aren't you in Citrus Quest? Get your ass in here. Celebrate the return of the coon!
I kind of want to say what happened in the music video, but I'm not gonna, because I love the audience. These poor audience couldn't handle it.
What do you mean? Well, the panel can handle it. Tell us about it.
They put a man's penis into a meat grinder.
Oh god!
Oh, that's not even acceptable.
As they were fucking him with a horse strap on. Up the ass.
That just isn't right.
It is not right at all. It is not right at all. That fucking music video was Lordy, you're dark.
It sounds dark as shit.
There's girls chained up down in the basement. That's not even whatever. That's just whatever. But that dude, man. And then they got a dude.
That dude had a bad time, apparently.
Yeah, this dude was covered in grease and shit. And he
What
ripped out
grease?
I don't know, but he was he ripped out a woman's stomach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. We're going we're getting too dark for the show. We're getting too dark for this is Citrus Quest.
Omegon says can't at the moment. Nephew account is not in Citrus. Oh wait, fuck. Nephew was sick, and I'm on uncle cleaning duty.
Okay. Well, I hope he gets better soon, and then you can come in next time. You dirty fucker! Get out of my swamp! I will do. It's bad Shrek impressions.
Yeah, you've been watching Shrek again, haven't you?
I actually have not seen any of the Shrek movies in a long ass time. Like the only I keep seeing people post like that hashtag drain the swamp shit for the whole Trump presidency thing, because he says that apparently a lot. But since I've been so unplugged from the internet, all I've seen is like bad Twitter posts of shit. So I keep seeing hashtag drain the swamp, but every time I see it, I'm like, get out of my swamp! Because I don't know why. I didn't even know it was from Shrek for a long time because I didn't fucking remember. And then it comes back and I'm like, God damn it, I've been quoting Shrek for like 3 months.
Culture just seeped into your brain, basically.
Okay, I finally finished it.
Oh God! Don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me anymore. I want to fucking know.
No, it's not that bad. The ending wasn't bad.
And they already had a moment where they ground up somebody's penis. Come on, how much more it's gonna be?
Yeah, they just hit a girl with a chainsaw. Then they ate like somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more coffee.
Yeah, nothing that bad. It wasn't that graphic.
One movie, what was it? It was about. I don't remember the name of the movie. It was about these guys. In Vegas, they have to kill this guy who hires a bunch of killers to do him in, but we don't find that out till the end.
Yeah.
They had the kamikaze assassin team.
Yeah.
One guy ends up sitting on his running chainsaw. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Like the ending was kind of like they should have saved the most gruesome stuff for near the end instead of near the middle. I guess they didn't want to traumatize leave it on penis grind scene.
That's good. That's probably a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, there was just a girl getting chainsawed. Like, have you ever seen
Hustle?
Dawn of the Dead? When the chick gets chainsawed in it's kind of like that.
I've seen Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, so it was like diagonal and is like, okay, and it was okay.
Sorry, I decided to get his coffee and just went and grabbed a chair. I've been standing up this whole fucking time, and it's just nope, no more standing. I'm done with standing for a while.
But yeah, all in all, it's actually a really good music video. I'm not gonna lie, even though it's a little bit gruesome. It's actually a really good music video.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it because I don't know.
Some of the lyrics don't make sense. Like when the face down, ass up. That's when the chick is bashing a dude in the head because he can't get down because he's chained.
Oh,
dear. So it makes a lot of sense now. A lot of lyrics do.
I had a completely different thought when I was reading those lyrics, but that's okay. You do you. I was thinking more like, basically just like, yeah, let's take some, put somebody's face into the pillow and fuck their ass all up. That'll work.
Yeah. But the thing is, I was thinking Lordy. Lordy is known for their twisted shit.
Yeah, see, I don't know who they are, so.
Oh, they're Russian. That's all you need to know. They're Russian.
Okay, well that's
okay.
A whole lot, so
yeah,
okay. I'm cool with that. I am too old to be hip, so I don't know what's going on.
Jesus,
I think they actually won the fucking what's that thing they do over there? That award show, the UK shit. Goddamn, what's it called?
There's a million of them. Which one?
No, it's the one, the Euro something.
Eurovision.
Yeah, Eurovision. That's it. They won that.
She's talking about Eurovision.
Yeah, they won that with their song, it's one of those most famous songs. I think it's Hard Rock Hallelujah, where they have a whole bunch of the nerds finally rise up and they're the cool ones, and the rest of the people get turned into monsters and eat other people.
Okay, weird.
Okay, so I can now officially see the chat. It's taken a while, but I can officially see the goddamn chat. So
Omega knows what I'm talking about. Hard Rock Hallelujah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wish, prostate. I wish I did that because I would just fucking end this right now. Be done with it. Fuck it.
Sorry.
I'm done. I give up.
I'm sorry. I'll just go over here in my corner. I'll go back to the corner.
Not you. Anyway, so is there anything anybody else wants to talk about?
I'm really bad at finishing video games.
What?
I'm sitting there thinking, it's like, well, I want to, because I started playing Baldur's Gate on Twitch, and I'm like, I may be in trouble because this is like a 100 hours of game, and then I've got Baldur's Gate 2, so great, and then I'm gonna have to encounter that because I've been reading some like reviews and like a couple of review channels, just kind of binge watching some of them. And I remember the Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, in like the little expansion, they had this trans character, and this reviewer who's just spent like 20 minutes of a 2-hour review about the series, talking about how people got offended. It's like, it was amazing how much he missed the point completely. It was not that there was a trans character in D&D. It was that they had a fully voiced vendor who spent it in the first thing they tell you is their life story about how they're trans. Like, no one cares. It's like, I really don't. I mean, of all the trans people I know, I just keep thinking that's not, except when they're talking about issues revolving the political issues around that. Other than that, I really don't care. I really don't give a shit. And why would anyone else? And especially in a magical universe where the cursed girdle of gender swapping or whatever it's called would be like a really valuable magic item for people like that. You could literally be turn yourself into the other gender if that's what made you happy. In this universe, trust me when I tell you, would not be have the same dramatic impact. In a universe where you could get the spell wish cast on you to change your gender.
Yeah, it's not that fucking hard.
It's not that. You wouldn't have someone give you this life spiel the first time you meet them. That's why everyone was annoyed by it, because it was shoehorned in. Again, it's not like there haven't been gay people in fantasy before or any of that other crap. It's just it was a little
hell. There's actually been trans in fantasy, like a lot.
Probably, I couldn't think.
Well, in one of the games, I can't remember the name of it right now, but in one game, like you get to choose, like a person pretty much says, "Oh, we can choose our gender on the drop of a hat. It depends on what we need in our society." I'm like,
okay,
that's cool.
Much about.
So, and they're like, the question is, what were you born as? And she's like, "Oh, we're born genderless." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, it's like, it's just the thing is, I don't think people understand. Well, I think it's willful ignorance that they don't understand what shoehorned in means, or forced representation means. When it seems really artificial and obvious, that's where the problem is.
Yeah.
It's like, if I can tell that you just really wanted to signal that this was such a big deal when it's not. You can't have it both ways be no big deal and then flag wave the shit. I don't care. Really don't.
Nobody cares. At some point, nobody fucking gives a shit anymore. It's a fantasy character.
Yeah.
Unless your gender is relevant, I don't care what gender the barbarian swinging the axe is.
And the other thing that was really obnoxious about it, if I remember the dialogue line, they basically went around to blame their parents like they didn't correctly gender them. I'm like, in this universe, if you come out with a wing wang, it's a very reasonable assumption that you're a dude. Okay, they weren't being malicious. It's a very reasonable assumption in the fantasy universe or even the real world. Hey, look, it's a penis. That's a boy. Hey, look, it's a girl. Or it's got a vagina. It's a girl. They're right 99.5% of the time. Then it's not a mean thing to assume.
There is
really.
Like gender in these types of games isn't really all that relevant because like in games you can just change your gender if you wanted to, or we create a character, you can make a character of a different gender. That's about as irrelevant as it comes. The only reason it would ever be a factor is if, let's say, like it was a part of the gameplay. Let's say you needed let's say you made a dungeon crawler, you had to solve puzzles and stuff, and you needed to have someone of one gender or one of the other. To this, like females can only turn on this one, and men can only turn on this one, or activate this. Like there games have had that before. I mean, it's been color versions. Like you need a red person to do this, and
a blue person to do that, or
you can make it work that way. I mean, like Portal 2 had the 2 robot characters in there. I mean, you can easily say, yeah, male, female, like replace it with robots. And
I've gotten excited about that.
Oh God,
the robot equivalent of "Are you the top or the bottom?" is "Are you the Atlas of the Peabody?"
I think we know which one's the bottom, and it's not Atlas.
Well,
but the whole if you saw, it's very different from about 10 years ago, because if you saw like coming out videos 10 years ago, it's like this really big thing, and it's like if you see coming out videos now, that's not staged. It's like the parent goes, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people have progressed, but they just don't seem to want to admit that people have progressed.
Well, I think what it is that it's very much like the way you have. It used to be a big deal if you were if you were a civil rights activist, because your life was on the line. You could the Democrat governor could send you to jail, all of that. These days, it's no big fucking deal, but these people want to recapture that drama, that glory, because that's so they have to act like there's a crisis. It's the same kind of thing. It's like coming out is such a big deal. These days, not really, and that was the goal all along. That's
unless you live in Utah.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's still some places, but for the most part,
yeah, like Utah.
Yeah, you can live a normal life and people will, for the most part, not give a shit. And you know what? That's the goal. That's at least I thought that was the objective. Was that we treat people like people and just stop giving so much of a shit.
I mean, it's like I grew up with a homophobic family, and you know what happened when they found out I was bi? They just went, "Oh, okay, that's it." Like it didn't have a big emotional fight. I didn't get kicked out straight away, or anything like that. It's like they just went, "Oh, okay, that's it."
When I came out to my mother as bi, still love this. She looked at me and said, "Please don't get a dyke." That's all she said. Please.
You know what? And I've known some dykes, and I'm like, you know what? She's got a point. Hey, look. I mean, because seriously, if you want, because you're far more likely to have someone who's really political and up in your business about the whole thing if they're a dyke. Let's not lie. The really pushy ones are often dykes, and it's a shame because they're not all like that, not even close. But your odds are much higher. If you get a lipstick lesbian, it's much less likely to be a big giant.
Well, the thing is, I still thought it was very funny because I had a girlfriend at this time. And so I'm like, Mom, my girlfriend's outside, and she's like, and she was walking to the door going, "Not a dyke, not a dyke, not a dyke." And she opened up the door, she's like, and she went, "Whew." Sat down, I was like, and she's like, "Is your mom okay?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, no, she's fine. She just thought you were going to be wearing plaid and have short hair.
No, I got a hippie instead, and she's like, and she's like, "Well, it's better than a dyke."
You don't need anybody that can hold back water.
Bull dykes is what you're talking
also,
about. Right?
Dykes wouldn't date.
Or diesel dykes.
Yeah, because she had like my girlfriend at the time had like big titties, little tiny waists, and she was wearing like pants, and she also had like a skirt on and everything. Hippie. She looked hippie. But she had hair that went like all the way down, like it covered her breast to her crotch and everything. And I'm like,
also a lot of dykes. A lot of dykes are kind of biphobic. Like they fucking. That's not like being SJW or anything. That's actually true. Like they go, "Well, why don't you just pick girls then? Why don't you just pick girls?" And it's like, because I'm bi.
Because I like it once in a while. Come on.
Yeah. So dykes are less likely to date bi people anyway. So no need to worry about that, apparently.
Yeah, but I just thought it was, and also like every girlfriend I ever had, luckily was not a dyke. Like they were all like fucking drop dead gorgeous. So I'm like, whoo, I'm not ugly. Like I hate to say it, that's the way I like put that I am not completely unattractive. I'm like, I got an Asian girlfriend, yay!
Oh my god.
She was hot too. I miss her.
I'm sure.
Well, her mom like asked her to break up with me because she wanted grandkids. And I'm like, we can do it in vitro. She's like, no. I'm like,
I no, Superman.
Like, look, we can rent a dick. It's okay.
yeah. Listen, right now I can get a robot dick. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, what?
Your wife just walks in. She's like looks over.
Oh, well, I mean, my wife would be like, okay.
I get to be involved, right?
Yes, she doesn't really swing both ways that much anymore. She just kind of like, I think this is just my opinion. I think that one of the girls she was with kind of ruined it for her because the girl in question was really like kind of self-centered, so she doesn't really have a good time. She's just like, you know what, fuck women. I just want someone who will throw me to the bed, pull my hair, and fuck me hard. Women just aren't doing that for me apparently. So
Jesus.
Hey, look, my wife has simple needs, and I'm just telling you, one of them is a cock. So
yeah, well, fair enough.
Well, I have a false penis in there. Does that work?
Hey, you have to ask her. I mean, it's
okay.
That's up to her.
Because I have a strap on.
Okay.
It would not be the weirdest thing we've ever done.
I'm sure it wouldn't. Oh my god. So we've been going for a little bit. Samaj, anything else you want to talk about?
Trapped Totally Gay.
Agreed.
No, I don't have too much more to add to this.
Okay.
If you want to, Ichabod, you can actually end it on the thing I sent to you in the side chat. It has no audio, but it's really cool.
Nope, I don't. I also can't do anything like that right now. Because everything's fucking on a weird touch screen, and it's hard to do. All I have is my music that I made, and I'm going to probably do that for leading us out. So does anybody else have anything?
Oh, fuck you and fuck Christmas.
What?
What? Shut that door. Okay, let's go. End it out.
Oh my fucking god, you people are gonna kill me. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Citrus Quest. Let me see if I can actually get this to fucking work.
Stop all the downloading. I'm a computer.
No, he's got me hostage.
Okay. End it. Start singing again, Red. You could be the outro. You can sing, hug me hardcore again.
Big bots on the cannot lie. You all the pilots can deny.